we had another North American title ladder match qualifier. The returning Kushida. Cameron Grimes, right? That's how he says his name. Cameron Grimes. I gotta say it the way he does now. It's so over the top. He's almost winning me over with it. That's how ridiculous he sounds. Cameron Grimes. All right, I'll stop doing that. But the other superstar who returned here in this match was the Velveteen Dream. This was the big story here. Velveteen Dream making his first appearance on TV since the new allegations surfaced about his inappropriate social media behavior. The allegations of him grooming young people on social media. And also since the car accident. He was involved in a single car accident probably about a month ago now. He was in the hospital, I think, for about a day. According to Fightful.com, there was heat on Dream and the way that the company reintroduced him. Nobody knew he was even going to be there. With the feeling that here's a guy who has been given preferential treatment, not only for the allegation stuff, which, again, right now they're just allegations, but other incidents as well. Other behavioral issues that there have been with Velveteen Dream. There was an arrest warrant that was issued for him for smashing a car window not too long ago. His second accuser, who did go public with his name is Josh Fuller. I know a lot of people wrote off the Velveteen Dream stuff after the first wave of allegations because, those people were anonymous and then they disappeared. So obviously they must have been lying, which of course that's not what that means. That does not mean they were necessarily lying. Well, here's the second accuser who put his name on it. He was very upset to see Velveteen Dream back on TV. He went on Twitter and talked about it, and he claimed that WWE never contacted him. If they did any kind of internal investigation to investigate the allegations against him, he was never contacted by anybody in the company. So if there was some kind of investigation, apparently it wasn't very thorough. Now, I don't know what to believe with this guy. There's audio out there, clearly of Velveteen Dream. There was an audio recording of him, interacting with somebody. Again, I don't know if the person was technically underage or right on the borderline. It was creepy shit, though. Again, I don't know if any crimes were committed here, but he does come off like a creep in all of this. That's not necessarily a crime, though. But he's back. Regardless, he's back. The company must feel that they're sufficiently convinced that there's not going to be any more issues and he didn't do anything illegal, and so he is back. Nor is he somebody, I'm sure, who would want to allow him to just walk on into an AEW if AEW would even have him. So he's back. He did not win. There was a Spanish fly off the top rope where Kushida put Grimes in an armbar on the way down. Dream came off the top rope, but he got caught in the Sakuraba lock, or the hoverboard lock. Grimes came out of nowhere with his cave-in finish, and he covered Kushida for the win. So Cameron Grimes is going to Takeover. He's going to the North American Championship ladder match. After the match, Dream attacked Kushida. He snapped. He went heel. He attacked Kushida. Finn Balor got into the ring. He had a very brief stare down as they went off the air with Dream, because the two of them now are going to have a match this week. One of those last chance matches on TV since Dexter Lumis went down with an ankle injury. They're doing these last chance, a pair of singles matches to determine who's going to go into the ladder match at TakeOver. One more note here. This was from Post Wrestling. There is a match coming up, one of those last chance matches on TV this week, besides Dream and Balor, is going to be Johnny Gargano against Ridge Holland. Two people who did not get pinned. Even though they lost, they did not get pinned in their respective qualifying matches. So those are going to be the matches on TV this week. And NXT was already taped, I guess. There was a very scary moment in the match with Gargano and Ridge Holland, where Gargano landed. It was a frightening landing on top of his head. I don't know if it was something Holland did. I don't know if it was a move that Gargano did, if it was a simple move and he just landed the wrong way, whatever it was. I mean, who knows who, if anyone, is to blame until we actually see it. We probably won't see it. It's probably going to be edited out because when it happened, it scared people enough that they stopped the taping, they stopped the match. Triple H came out to check on him. Shawn Michaels came out to check on him. They were very concerned. He was said to be okay. In fact, he not only restarted the match and finished the match, but then he apologized to people for delaying the taping. So I don't know who won. There's no spoilers here about winners, only that he got hurt. Could have been worse. He was okay enough to finish the match. I don't know if he won or not, but that brings us to Takeover predictions. So let me run through these real quick here. Again, the SummerSlam predictions I'm saving. I'm going to go live with that probably on Thursday. But let's run through these Takeover predictions here. Here is the card as it currently stands. Actually, you know what? I'm going to add 2 matches here that I think are going to be added. Maybe they won't be. But if they are, I'll give you my predictions for them now. Cruiserweight Championship. Not official, but it may be Swerve Scott against, I was going to say Pablo Escobar. See, they got me thinking Pablo Escobar. So it's going to be Scott against Escobar, I think. And if so, Escobar is going to retain his championship. I could see them adding a singles match with Rhea Ripley and Mercedes Martinez. If so, I'm picking Martinez for the win. She's still early in here. I wouldn't beat her just yet. And then the card as it currently stands, we've got the North American Championship ladder match. Bronson Reed has qualified. Damian Priest has qualified. And Cameron Grimes has qualified. Now, the other 2 people in the match is going to be either Finn Balor or Velveteen Dream, whoever wins their match, and Johnny Gargano or Ridge Holland. I'm going to say that Velveteen Dream advances to the match at TakeOver, beats Balor, and that Johnny Gargano beats Ridge Holland to qualify for the ladder match. I just can't imagine them leaving Gargano completely off the show. Holland is still new enough, like nobody really knows him yet. It seems early to put him in that spot. It is early. It doesn't seem early. The guy's had 1 fucking match on TV. It's early. It should be Gargano. Who's going to win the match? I don't know if this is considered a bold prediction or not. To me, it's not that bold because they've really been pushing this guy pretty hard on TV. And they had him have a way more competitive match with Keith Lee a couple of weeks ago than I thought even he should have had. I'm picking Cameron Grimes. I think Cameron Grimes is going to weasel his way into a win here and is going to take the North American Championship. He just seems like they're giving him the big push. I know Damian Priest might be a more obvious choice. I'm going with Cameron Grimes. We've got Io Shirai defending the NXT Women's Championship against Dakota Kai. I would not take the title off Io yet. I think Io's going to retain. I think she should retain. We've got Adam Cole, Bay, taking on Pat McAfee. Very polarizing match. I think McAfee is going to impress a lot of people athletically. I think he'll have a good showing. I can't say if the match will be very good, but I don't think McAfee is going to embarrass himself. Adam Cole has to win this match. Adam Cole should win. I predict Adam Cole will win. I still think Undisputed Era is going to turn on Adam Cole. I still think the comments that were made when he got very upset about this notion that anybody was there to help me, I don't need help, I don't need anybody's help. That coupled with the fact that it was Cole going over to McAfee at the announce desk that distracted Kyle O'Reilly and led to their team losing against Imperium. It just seems tailor-made for me for Undisputed Era to just kick the guy out and excommunicate him from Undisputed Era. So even with an Adam Cole win, I still think he loses, if that makes sense. And then we have the main event. Keith Lee and Karrion Kross for the NXT Championship. It's a tough one to call. It's a tough one to call because this is happening way too soon. It just doesn't feel like now is the time that Karrion Kross should be challenging for the championship. Because if he's going to challenge for the championship, he should win. But Keith Lee just won the title. Not only did he just win the championship less than a month, or about a month ago now, he's a month into his run as the NXT champion, but he gave up the North American title, so what a loser he would look like. If he wins the world title for the first time, gives up his other belt, only to then immediately drop the other one, and now he has no belts. He goes from being, Keith Lee, the double champion, to having no gold at all. I don't believe this is going to be the last match these two have. But I'm picking Keith Lee to retain. I think Keith Lee, even if it was a disqualification, I think Keith Lee holds on to the championship, and it absolutely builds to a rematch at the next Takeover. Maybe they could do it on TV. The next Takeover, I think, is in October. They probably could hold off until then and just have the rematch in October, make it a gimmick match or something. I don't see the title change happening here. I wouldn't hate the fact that they put the belt on Cross because they've been giving him a big push, but I feel bad for Lee. That they would kind of clip his knees out from under him so quickly. So I'm picking Keith Lee to retain.